Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to yet another episode of Touch a Cell with Tony and the gang. Hello, Yomi. Good evening.
Good evening, Maureen. How's the day?
My day has been okay. It's been all sleep and eat and
Hope
chat.
you gave your vote to the candidate of your choice.
We didn't even know there was anything like voting or be
Wow.
any election happening.
Are you serious? Wow. All right, good evening, Lagos. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, world. It's another time on the show, Touch a Cell Online with Tony and the gang. So good to have you around.
Yeah. So it's another time for a 50 plus warrior to share with us, and
Yeah.
she's joining us. I think she's having a little bit of difficulty um,
Okay.
connecting. Yeah. So let me see. I don't know which of these.
Hello, are you hearing me?
If she's on now.
Hello, good evening. Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see you. We
Yeah.
wish to see you.
It says only the host can see you. The host will add you to the broadcast at any time.
Yes,
So it takes you
you've been
adding me.
added. Yes, you've been added,
Good.
but we can't still see you.
Okay.
Can you put on your camera?
I'm trying
Aha, I
to.
think yes.
Yes. You're almost coming in.
I'm trying to click it. It's not.
Yes, we can see.
Can see you
Sorry?
now.
Yes,
You
we
can
can
see me
see you
now?
now. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I'm not seeing myself. Am I not supposed to see myself?
You are supposed to see yourself, oh, so I don't know. You have two devices here,
You
and
should see yourself on the right hand side of you.
Sorry?
On your right hand side.
Yes. What am I supposed to do?
we can see you. So I don't know why you
We
can't
can
see
see you actually.
yourself,
We can
but
see
we
you.
can see you.
That's what I'm saying. Let me leave and come back.
All right, okay, we'll wait for you.
All
Okay,
right.
so before our guest comes back in, I would quickly just read her profile, and then
All right.
when she comes back in, she will join us from there. So her name is Bridget, Mrs. Bridget Augustus. She was born on the 22nd of June 1971. She was diagnosed with sickle cell at the tender age of 3 months. Just like every other person facing sickle cell, she has had her own share of complications but emerged victorious by God's grace. She is under divine command, going round different countries, several states in the United States, sharing this message of hope to individuals suffering from sickle cell and their families. Hmm. As she shares it to everyone. She has a very heartwarming story where she tells of her journey so far, pains, gains, and she also uses it to reiterate the saying that sickle cell is not a death sentence. Bridget Augustus is a real estate consultant, a sickle cell advocate, a pastor, a music artist, a wife, and a mother of five.
Woo! That's
Yeah, yeah,
big.
yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
That's
All right, Maureen, let's
Yes.
sign.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
I
it's
see you now.
yes,
great.
welcome.
Right.
We have just read your profile and we are
Okay.
excited to hear from you.
Hmm. Okay.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And you are Maureen, and I'm seeing Adebayo. Abayomi.
Yes,
Okay.
Abayomi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
nice meeting you guys.
Nice to
meeting
meet
you,
you
man.
too.
Nice meeting you, man. So your
Thank
profile
you.
reads 1971. Your
Yes,
profile is
so
1971. So the scientist in me wants to calculate 1971 to 1981. That's 10. 81 to 91, that's 20. 91 to 2001, that's 30. 2001 to 2011, that's 40. And 2011 to 2021 is 50. Amazing. Great, 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 great. And your profile says you have 5 children. How did you do
I
it?
don't know.
Knowing
I
that
always like to
you were
keep that
diagnosed
for
at
the last.
2.
I don't know why she said it now. I always like to just keep that part first. But she already said it. So okay, let's roll with it. Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here actually. Like I said, I'm under a divine mandate to share my story. Let me take it from there before I go back. You know, I happen to have my hips were totally messed up. You know, when I was 20, yeah, my right femoral head was crumbling. I went to learn how to swim like every other person, you know, not knowing that my own was not meant to be. So after about a month learning how to swim, I found that my femur was paining, you know. So I went to the doctors and they said I have to have my hips replaced. I said okay. So when I got there, the doctor said I was too young to undergo a hip replacement. So they rotated my hip, so the way that I was just limping, you know. So they told me that I should make sure in 5 years' time, at most, I should do a total hip replacement or do something else. But within me, I say, it's like I know we'll touch up on Nigeria again. How God wants to do me, make it do me. I'm going to speak both English and Pidgin, so just I'm a worried woman. So you understand now? So that it was sweet. Okay, so that was actually what happened. So fast forward, I'm trying to say why it's a divine mandate. So 2014 was now when I finally was able to go for surgery. But at this point, I've had all my babies, and the left femoral head had crumbled too. So I knew I needed a bilateral hip replacement. Doors opened for me. I found myself in the US, and I did 4 surgeries back to back. Fixed the first one, removed what they put there donkey years ago. When they saw what was inside my leg, they said, "Which continent are you coming from?" You know, because it was like, what is this? They've not this kind of thing inside my leg. You know, it was too archaic for their liking. Anyway, let's fast forward. So they did that. Then they did the left leg. You know, did replacements. Then they came back to the right, did the replacements. They made a mistake and they had to do the right leg a second time. Yeah, so that was how I did 4 surgeries back to back in the US. But I thank God His grace was always sufficient, you know. And when I was done, I said, "Lord, what next?" He said, "Go share your story." I said, "Story? Which of the story?" He said, "Just go share your story. Go give people with sickle cell and their families hope." So I said, okay, so where do we start this from? So right then, US, I started sharing my story. As a music artist, he gave me the wisdom of what to do. So I always went in with my music, you know, and every time I went in with my music, it was so beautiful. And I'll captivate the audience, then I'll share my story. Most times as I share, people say, "You are the message for today." In short, I tap into your grace. In short, you made it, my children will make it. You got married, my own will get married. You know, so I now actually understood what God was saying, because mine is just the message of hope. So that is what made me stay under a divine mandate. So I don't do it because I do it wherever the doors open. I just keep doing it because I know I'm obeying a divine instruction, and I feel happy doing it because I just know I'm touching somebody out there, and somebody out there has been encouraged. So that's why I do it. Okay. All right. So, are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you.
Okay. So let's go back to me. I was diagnosed with sickle cell at 3 months. I like it when you talk to. Do you understand? So that you just chip in.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. I like it
All
that way.
right.
Yeah, so that it's
Okay.
a conversation. Do you understand? So that we
All
make
right.
it easier and not a monologue. I
Yes.
rather it's a dialogue. Yeah. So I was born with sickle cell. 3 months, my mom said she just found out I was crying and funny and not looking okay. So she was like, what's happening to this girl? So they took me to the hospital. So the doctor said, why not go check her genotype? So she checked and she said SS. My mom said, wow, because she said when she was growing up that she used to have those kind of things in her joints, and all that. So she didn't expect. It was like, what is this? They didn't do genotype test. Way back, we're not really so conversant with it, nothing much, so they were not exposed. Let me use that word. So she didn't do any genotype testing, but that she used to have those kind of things. So 3 months, that was how I started my journey with sickle cell. Oh, we all know the pain now. When the pain comes like this, and child, it is so painful. So primary school, I started school very early because my mom was a teacher. So she was like, why not? And I was first child. So she was always taking me to school with her. So she was just drop me in the class. And no worry, she will fail. Very soon, she will fail. She will repeat the class so that she will meet up with her age mates. But that never happened. I actually graduated from university at 20. Yeah, 20,
Wow.
Yeah. Youth service 21. So let's go back to my story. So primary, secondary, university, the pain now, pain. Then there were times as if I've had enough. I beg, let me just die, Joe. Let this pain just stop. Everybody goes through that. But one thing that was good was my parents never gave up on me. Never. My father was everywhere. In short, they said there's treatment in Benin, we will go. Oh, there's treatment in Abuja, we will go. Everywhere and anywhere. My parents were there. I think that was really the strength I had. They didn't make me feel inferior. They didn't make me feel secondary. They didn't make me feel funny. When people see me with the way I'm able to move around people, is like, and I ask myself, I say, but maybe this has to do with my dad, my parents. In short, I never hid it. You can't hide it. What do you want to hide? The pain will knock you off now. Disgrace you now. In short, everybody disgrace you have different points. Once the pain comes like this, you have to go to the hospital. I remember those nights I'll go knock on the door. They'll say, this thing I've started again. Oh, yeah, back to the hospital. I remember one very embarrassing episode. I went to the hospital. I spent about 5 days, got back home. The thing started again. I went back immediately. And I got there and the nurse said, you again? And we've never removed your bed sheet. Just go back to the bed. I was so ashamed then. I just looked at the nurse and I said, you have not tried at all. Anyway, so that was how my life continued, primary, secondary, university. But seriously, my parents were there. They were there. My dad would literally carry a pot of soup to Uniben, bring it for me. When class 5, when I used 5, there was this GC, GC, WAEC and all that. During my GC, I said, I'm not doing again. My dad went to bring pillow. I said, this is too hard. You want to bring pillow for me? Let's put pillow, please, my daughter. I beg you, do the exam. So I think parents being there to really help me. I must say that. They didn't give up on me. They make me feel funny. Everybody rallied around me. So that was really important for me. So when I got to university, of course, my roommates knew everything. Everybody knew, and on and on and on. But I just kept faith. Then it was in my final year that I gave my life to Christ. I became a Christian. I've been going to Catholic, but this time it was a surrender. And you know what I thought? I said, yes, so the surrender. You know what I thought? I said, this pain when they pain person for years, so let's come go and go back. I beg, let me just give my life to Christ in case I die. I want to heaven. So that was my main reason for giving my life to Christ, you know. But at this point, there was a treatment that had been on, and they had told me that I shouldn't eat this, shouldn't eat that, shouldn't eat that. But the minute I did this, I went to now do baptism, water baptism by immersion. When I did that, I came out, my spirit just said, eat anything. And there was a feeling I had. I said, I just knew within me I couldn't drop that anyhow. I don't know how I got that feeling, but that was not the feeling I had. I can't drop it just anyhow, you know. So, and it actually kept me. So youth service came, and when it was youth service, I was posted to Katsina State. This is I've never left home. Oh yes. Oh. So they posted me, but don't forget this time I'm Jim. I'm Jim in Christ. So my
that was early 90s.
Yes, that was 1990.
I wonder what that place looked like then.
It was beautiful. Oh, do you know when I went there? In short, I passed the school I was posted to. Let me go back. So my parents said, "No, you can't go. You can't go. You want to go and die there?" So they gave me my call-up letter. Yes, my call-up letter. You know, they said I should go to my uncle in Abuja. So my uncle too was waiting. Go to your uncle in Abuja. You must redeploy you to Delta State. I say waiting all my life, Delta. University. I am going. If I want to die, then let me die. God, you to prove yourself in my life, I must go for youth service. So I went to Abuja. I actually traveled from here, from Delta to Abuja. I didn't go with the call-up letter. I left the call-up letter.
By road.
Sorry, by road though. Which air? I don't get money, so now road. You know. So I went by road. You know. I went to Abuja. When I got to Abuja, I told my uncle, I said, well, I know I was supposed to come and redeploy. I said, but let me be blunt with you. I didn't come with this. I'm not redeploying. I'm going. I said, I am going. What I did was, the minute I got to camp, I told them, I'm Sickle cell. You can just remove me from all those who have plenty wahala. So I didn't do all these. The only thing I did was endurance trek. This other boy was Sickle cell. So both of us did endurance trek at our pace, you know. But I never broke down. But before then, in my secondary, I fell in the gutter somehow. My leg entered between slabs. So somehow there was an infection on my leg. So it became, it now turned to stomatitis. The sore will not go. Hey, I became a doctor. I was a nurse. I had to be dressing sore every day. You know the way it is now. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you know? Hello? I hear me.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. This be responding to me so that I will know we are together. I'm seeing you, but
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the song will not go. But during one, you know, this I don't forget to make Christian a strong one. So during I got to the camp, when I got to where I was deployed to, the first thing I asked the head boy that came to welcome me was, please, where's the health center here? He said, Amalama, there's no health center here. He said, the closest health center is in Laura. I said, what did you say? Hey, I looked up, I looked down, I said, Jehovah, I'm with you here. No health center. How are we going to do that one, you know? So anyway, I now just trusted God. I have to put everything in God, you know. And during the prayer meeting, as he said, remove that plaster, remove the plaster. As I removed the plaster, the thing dried up. That was it today. No trace of it anymore. The thing just dried.
Wow.
So to me, yes, that was the way it just dried. During the prayer meeting, I just connected my faith, and that was how it dried up. So when I finished this service,
talking about NYC, were you compelled? Hello, ma'am. Talking about NYC, were you compelled to participate in all of those camp activities? Then
no. I told them, you know when you go to camp, you can tell them your medical status. So the minute I got there, I told them I'm sickle cell. So they gave me an exemption letter. So whenever they want to do anything, I show my exemption letter, and they knocked me off. What to kill me? I'm using my face more small, though. Can't tell Joyce. Joyce is coming. You know, so I'm using my face more small. No, I didn't do all those ones. So anyway, so that was how I got serious, with God, and God just saw me through. Yeah, I came back and forth, back and forth. I was always traveling by road. I never broke down. Serious, I never broke down. So I just knew it was a divine intervention somewhere. But were there signs, were there crises?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I
The
think there's a
network.
network glitch there. Yes.
Network.
So
Okay.
Yes, there was. Okay, I
yes.
knew the thing was still there. Do you understand? So it was now after. Okay, the network went off
All right,
before.
Baba.
Okay, so so at the end of the day, yeah. You want to ask me a question?
No, no, go ahead, ma.
Okay, okay. So when I was done, that was when I came back, and I got a job. Oh, a job with a blue chip company. It's called Chevron
Wow.
now.
Fantastic.
Yes, I
Hmm.
got the
Fantastic.
job. But guess what? That was where my leg problem came, and
Mm.
at the end of the day, I had to go for surgery. That was now 1993. Surgery, and when I came back, I was on crutches. And my boss came to see me in the house one day. I thought the man came to sympathize with me. I sacked later, and the man said, "Sorry, we don't need your services anymore."
Sack letter.
Sack letter, I cried. I said, "Child,
Wow.
you don't do." Anyway, you move on. Don't let that deter you. One thing I've always done, I'm a very strong person. Everyone says I'm a strong person, and I know I'm a strong person. I
Hmm.
don't give up easily. And it's not that I don't cry, but those times, when I cry to God, I face Him and I cry. And I tell Him to intervene in my matter. So that's why I always handle myself. So it was not time to get married. Like I tell people, I say I put the genotype in front and I put love at the back. Genotype in the front burner, love at the back burner, because I don't want to be burnt and I don't want to give birth to a child with sickle cell. So I always told anyone that came around me that, so I said my genotype, so because I knew I lost some suitors as a result of that. People that liked me, but this genotype thing, I can imagine maybe some of them, their moms telling them, don't try it, don't go near that girl, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, it happens. But I think when it was time, so my husband came along and became my pastor. So, as a pastor, so I can't even hide anything from him. So I was just having pastor relationship with him, everything my pastor. Before you knew now, so you knew my genotype. So when it was not like we should get married, I said, you don't understand what it means. He said, now, is there anything God cannot do? I said, okay. And that was it. So that was how we got married. But guess what? The day of the marriage, hey, the day of the wedding, my husband has said he likes to travel. He loves to travel. He wants to travel. By the time we finish honeymoon, we will travel from Shogo, we'll go to Lagos. From Lagos, we'll go to. And I said, this man, you know we are dealing with yet. God will help you. I'm a beautiful young bride. Why would I want to deter my husband from us going on honeymoon? I said, okay, now let's go now. I put my hand on my jaw. We started the journey, road journey. So our first port of call was supposed to be Shugbo. So when we got there, my brother, my sister, my body don't break up. I said, okay. I said, let me just lay down on this bed small. I said, let me rest. As I woke up, the crisis was head to toe. I said, God, what will I do? So I called, I told him, I'm in crisis. So he said, okay now. So it's okay now. What do we I said, you don't understand. I said, I'm in crisis. Don't you understand? He said, now, so I said, go and get me a nurse now. He was still dragging his feet. I said, when I change for you now, you're not going to know. The man looked at me more like, what I got myself into? Anyway, cut long story short, that was how honeymoon scattered. Honeymoon finished. No honeymoon. He said, okay, it's as if this journey will not work. Let's go back home. Went back home. Pregnancy that was it. Pregnancy for me was always very easy. In short, I tell people those were my best days. I don't know how. People have asked me, how come you have 5 kids? I said, for me, I don't know. But all I know was that when it was time to have children, My doctor said, you know my doctor now, you know family doctor, you know you have this doctor that knows of your life. So that doctor was like, Bridget, you're not just going to have 2 kids and after that we tie your tubes. I said, me, 2 kids. I no fit though. I thought 4. My mom born 6. I born only 2 children. Peter, Peter called me and finished. No. So the man, everybody was like, ah. So I said, oh, you sure they didn't want me to get into labor? The first pregnancy, straight, cesarean section. You know, now I had 2 people in my life. I had my husband that was believing God with me. I had my parents that believed they knew me so well. And they know how to take care of me. And sure, they've been taking care of me. As at this point, I was 27, you know. So they knew me so well. So when they just saw the thing was hitting 9 months, they just carried me one day. If not my husband, carried me to the hospital. Doctor, bring that baby, please. I went through cesarean. First child. Second child, got pregnant again. It was time again. They didn't allow me go into labor. Same thing again. When they brought out the child, I looked at my baby girl. I said, I've often born this one. I've often pushed this one. Child didn't come with this one. I don't even let person try. So the doctor says, Shane, don't forget, Shane, know our plan. We're going to tie your teeth. I said, well, doctor, let me go first. I'll come back. Me, I'm not born to. That was me. See, the Bible says, according to your faith, I don't tie my faith for 4. That's my point, you know. All these things you have to, you know, resolute. You might want to ask me, how did my husband cope? There was something now. Did my husband said no? Yeah, we're believing God, but there must be some triggers. What are the triggers? So I will handle them. So at that point, I now started trying to locate what makes me go into crisis, right? So sometimes I'll find out that it is, So sometimes I'll find out that it is, maybe it is cold. And the most of all that we really found out was diet. Whenever I took too much carbohydrates and I couldn't use the bathroom, you know, couldn't go to the toilet, crisis will come. So it was like whenever your system is messed up, you know, so we had to deliberately now go more on vegetables and all that. Then number 2, malaria. Malaria was now also a strong one. So what did we do when it comes to malaria? We all slept with nets, just mosquito nets. Even me and my husband under mosquito nets. And they tell people we do everything under mosquito nets. We just grew up with mosquito nets, you know. So all my children in their different rooms, you know, it didn't want me to feel as if.
I think the network from Mrs. Augustus and is beginning to break.
Yeah, but we can still hear her. I can still hear her from this end.
Can you hear me?
From this end. Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
That's why I tell people to always respond. 1 minute, 1 second.
No, you can go ahead. No, I think it's your end, your mean. You should go ahead.
Okay, you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay,
I can hear you clearly. Yes, and people are responding. So.
Okay, where are you? What location are you, Maureen?
Surulere, Surulere, and I'm in Surulere, and Yomi is in Ikeja. Yes.
Okay, Ikeja now with the crazy network. Ikeja can be funny. I'm in Lekki, so we're there.
Okay.
So that was it.
Right.
Yeah. So that was it, you know. And at the end of the day, when it was now the 3rd child, my husband said, "No, we are going to trust God this time. We are going to trust God." So number 1, we had to disconnect with that doctor first and foremost. That was the first thing we did, because we needed somebody else that had faith, at least more faith, to believe that I can go through my plan. So my husband was a believer. We told him everything had gone through, but my husband said, "Give my wife 30 minutes. If she doesn't give birth naturally, then carry her to the cesarean." So we had to deal with the doctor. So it was like a week to the time. One of my aunties there, she went to my husband. She said, "Austin, you want to use faith? I've been managing these girls' things. You want to use faith. If anything happens to her, I will kill you this time." you know. So they put fear in him, but he didn't tell me. Oh, so that, but thank God she didn't come to me. Anyway, so when it was now that we now went, yes, yeah, that was what happened. So I was in labor. That was actually my first labor. My waist, not be small thing, finish the waist to. So I got to the hospital. Couldn't tell my mom, couldn't tell my parents because don't forget I'm on my own now with this whole plan. So at the end of the day, the doctor panic, you know, not knowing that somehow they located the doctor, and my family also called the doctor and told him he shouldn't try, he shouldn't even allow it. So the minute the doctor saw me, the doctor was going to prepare his theater for his grand session. But you won't believe what happened in 15 minutes. I said, no, come and check. The baby is coming. The baby is coming. You just come here. Which one the baby is coming? I said, no, come and check. The nurse came shouting, doctor, doctor, the baby is coming. Doctor said he was holding knife and said, dropped everything, ran to the room. Bam! Before he looked, it just helped me a little push. That was how the baby came out. 3.7. Wow. Yes. God, the Bible says, shall grant the desires of your heart now. Who is it that says it cometh to pass when he commanded it not? Are you getting me? Some of these things, you have to have some radical faith too. I believe so strongly that, you know. I'm not saying people are like, you know, there was a time I said, God, I know you can change. God said, no, that's not my plan for you. But I'll give you enough grace to bear it. So, you know, in my diet, one thing yeah. I hear me now very clearly, but you hear me?
Yes,
you hear me,
yes.
Right?
Yeah, so yes, I was about butting in there that going through the process, you've shared a lot of stories about yourself, but going through the process of childbearing, what was giving you that momentum, what was giving you that drive to be able to go that long haul, to have 5 children? I think you'll be the first person I'll see as a warrior that has 5 children. What was spurring you on all through that process? Because we know the
I said it at the beginning. I said
having sickle cell and pregnancy and everything.
Yes, I said,
did you
I
hear
never
my
had
question,
difficult pregnancies. Yes, I did. I heard your question very well. I never had difficult pregnancies. The first one, in short, I will eat, I will sleep when it is time. I never fell sick. In short, I used the word, those were my best days. My pregnancy period.
Yeah, that was what you said. Those were your best days.
Yes. So I never had complications. Everything was smooth till the 9th month. From the first month, the second month, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, everything was smooth. I was never hospitalized. I never went on admission. I never broke down. I don't know. But that was just me. That was grace, I believe, because I never broke down one day. I never had crisis with pregnancies. It was just on, and I'll just go. In short, you know, it took my daughter seeing somebody with sickle cell in school to understand what crisis is all about. My kids have never seen me in crisis, you know. So I keep telling people that the God factor to me is very important. In short, to tell you how sensitive it is for me, there was a place I went to share my testimony, my story, and I was just talking about it. When I got to, the Holy Ghost said, "You didn't talk about me." I said, "Serious?" I said, "I'm sorry." That was when it dawned on me that he said, "You didn't talk about me." I was shocked. I was taken aback. That's still small voice. You didn't talk about me. You know, so I take God very seriously when it comes to my life, when it comes to my affairs. You know, yes, I did surgeries abroad and they went well. But right next to me, I also saw people that did surgeries abroad that have issues. Are you getting me? So it's not because of abroad. It's not because of abroad. You know, then they told me that this doctor is the best, is the best, is the this, is the that, is everything. One day I went for a checkup and I saw a woman sitting next to me, and the woman was carrying her hand, you know. So I was like, you want to do surgery? She said no, that she has done the surgery. I said, who did it? She called the name of the doctor. Wow, that was the same doctor that did my 4 surgeries. Meanwhile, this woman did 1 surgery and she's carrying the hand. Come on, that's a big factor in this thing. Are you getting me? So so I've just lived that way, you know. But I do take a lot of water. See my water now. I have water here. You know, I take a lot of water. I drink water a lot. You know, in short, when you might want to ask, have I had crisis? Yes, I do. I've had some pains. I say, this is crisis pain. In short, the day I was in the US, that was in 2016. I got exposed, so I was in crisis. I went to the hospital. So they saw me, they said, you in crisis, you're not crying now. I said, yes, I said, but I'm in pain. I'm having crisis. They said, okay, how do you manage yourself? Yeah. So I said, I drink water. They said, water. I said, water. I said, all you need to do, give me a painkiller, a good painkiller, a tranquilizer, then give me water. They said, okay. They now brought you a small cup. I said, no, we've not started. This is not what I'm talking about. I want to have access to water every 5 minutes. Yeah, I said, I want to have access to water every 5 minutes. So when the pain comes like that, you know what I do? I take hot, not water that will burn my mouth though, and not cold water, but I take hot water and I flog it. I don't know, I bring that cup, that green cup. I flog the warm water every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, I flog it. The first 1 hour, I flog the water that way. See, this sounds sickle. Is that not what they tell us? They need to flog.
Yeah.
You see this cup? You see this cup? I don't know if you see my cup. I see my cup.
No, we can't see it. No, we can't see it. Yes,
No,
yes.
we can't see it now. Yeah, we can't see now.
Yes. So this is the cup. Like this cup now, I can drink this cup. Once the crisis is the onset of the crisis, I can drink this cup every 10 minutes. I'll be flogging it. When I piss, I go piss now. I go to piss. So I'll be flogging the water.
But what about going to toilet often? Doesn't it concern you?
Now it's not between the toilet and the pain. Which one is better? I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I want to knock off. Do you understand? I want to knock off the pain because see, I know if I don't knock off the pain on my wrist, the pain will move to my waist and it will move to my legs. You get it, right? Yeah. So on the onset, I want to knock it off as fast as possible so it doesn't deteriorate. It doesn't degenerate. That's what I do. So if we can have this logic in place, I'm telling you, many of those complications. So see, you don't get me. I don't go to hospital and give me drip. Drip gonna be ton. You don't walk. You don't walk. That's not the level of what we need. We need that drip times 10 in 1 hour. I don't know if you get me. We need 10 of that quantity in 1 hour. So I use the cup. I go with the cup every 10 minutes. 10 minutes for the first hour. I knock water like that. All I will do, I'll just take off the underwear and go continuously. I will pee and pee, but it is flushing. After 1 hour, the second hour, I can reduce it to every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, I take the water. Are you getting me? Before I do that, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, don't forget to give me painkiller. I can maybe dose off. See, I wake up, pain don't go. It don't they go. By the next day, you won't be bad crisis. When I was in the US, so did you understand me? So they showed me the water fountain. In that drowsy state, I kept going to the fountain to collect water, warm water. They were looking at me like people. More like, are you sure this thing is going to knock the crisis? It's going to knock it, watch me. And that was it. And that was how the whole crisis. The next day, I was okay. Even at home, when I told my husband about the water, once the thing starts, me and him that time, he will come bucket of water. He will begin to dilute it and be knocking me the water. I will drink water. What is water? I know they take drug. The only drug I take is painkiller. See, if you hydrate yourself enough, all this crisis, you know, will get down. So say I can't go to the toilet. Go to the toilet. If you have to sit in the toilet, sit in the toilet. I don't know if you get me.
Yeah.
See, get yourself to get well. Get yourself to get well now. That's your idea. You know what it does now? The pains will. Are you there? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Before you know, the pain will just destabilize you. It just disorientate you, finish you, dehydrate you. You know. So I always had to handle it in such a way that no, I have to get out of, to me, it's so urgent for me to get out of the crisis immediately. It was that urgent. So that was it for me. So it's water I use. Yes, my PCV. The other day I went to, then I avoid malaria. Like I said, I avoid malaria a lot. The reason I avoid malaria is because it's a trigger. It triggers the crisis. So once I begin to feel that headache, that funny headache on one side of my head, I know it is malaria. I do the test, they say it's malaria. I treat it very, very fast to make sure I don't go into crisis.
Okay, so I don't know
Crisis.
if I can.
That crisis.
Yeah, I don't know if I can ask a couple of
Go ahead.
questions, but yeah, people who want to know. Okay, so
That's what I want. Yes, yes.
so
that we can have it.
we've often heard that from other mothers who are warriors too, that labor pain is nothing compared to crisis. So how would you speak to that? That labor pain is nothing. It doesn't come close to anything like crisis. It's very low compared to crisis.
Yes.
So that's true.
To me, that will not be pain at. The thing with labor pain is it's for a certain period of time. It's like you're in labor for 30 minutes, 1 hour, and the pain is gone. And the labor pain it's you can't compare it to crisis. Is more painful. Crisis is as if, excuse me, it's as if they are jabbing you needles now. No, you can't compare labor pain. You can't compare labor pain to crisis. Crisis pain is more painful. I agree with them. Yeah.
Okay, so before or by the time you were getting married, or when you were getting married, how did your in-laws take the situation? Did they take it well? Was there any issue with them, or how was it with your in-laws? Or they didn't know at first, or how did you handle that?
My husband is a very private person, so I think he held the matter to himself first. So we didn't really, my in-laws could not really come in because the issue was that my in-laws were not in the same town with me, and they were not so involved in it because my husband is this kind of private person, so it was just like me and him. Yes, one or two of them reacted because they saw me with crutches, because that was it was around that period too. Yes, it was around that period too. I was using crutches and we got engaged, so they reacted, but we were able to wait through it. I'll just say we were able to wait through it. Yeah.
Okay. So having had two major surgeries now, hip replacement, I wouldn't know how bad your the AVN got to. Was it did it get to the stage where you had to limp before you had to, I mean the AVN you had before you had the surgery? So it was up to the stage where you had to limp.
Of course. Yes, I was limping. I limped, don't forget, even the first one they rotated made me limp in the first place because they rotated my hip. So I was limping first and foremost. Then this other one was not very painful, So I had those crutches from before. So I was using it to support myself, But the minute I did the surgeries, it was a total hip replacement. The minute I did the surgeries, the pain just till today, pain have disappeared, and everything went very well.
How did this affect bedroom activities at this point? Before, after, was there like a pause till you were, Did you get that?
How did it
affect bedroom activities? How did it affect bedroom activities with pastor?
It did though, because I will complain, pain no, my leg pain no, hey. In short, Pastor will many times say, in short, you just killed this part of our life. I say no verse. I Sickle say kosa. So it did. It actually did. No, the pain was much. It was much. Don't forget, I carried 5 pregnancies with this condition.
Wow.
So pressed it on the left femur head, so that one crumbled totally. So it was very painful. It was very, very painful. That's the fact. you know. So that was it. And is the video running? Because I just see I paused. But it's as if you are hearing me.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
we can
hear
hear
you.
you.
So, going through
Okay.
your
But the video
profile,
is on one
you
pause,
are
right?
We can
sorry.
hear you.
We can hear you. I can hear you clearly. We can hear you.
Okay. Is it breaking?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we are
Okay.
here.
So
We
Yeah,
can
we
what
hear
can
are
hear
you
you.
you.
saying?
Yes.
Okay. What
So,
did I think I didn't get the question.
reading your profile, you are a music artist, and you are also um, a real estate consultant, and I don't know. How do you manage
Yes.
with all? How do you manage with all this? How has it been managing with you know?
Okay. Something I did for a good number of years,
Mm,
and I have an album waxed,
mm,
I wasn't supposed to share it with you guys before today. I
mm,
don't know, somehow I missed it. Yes, then I have a song, I call it my Sickle anthem. I was supposed to share that
mm.
too. I didn't share it. The song says, we are warriors not to be defeated. We are conquerors in this life. So this order, one not this order. In the valley, but surely passing through, facing pains, but boldly living on. We are conscious, we are warriors in this life. We'll say no more to sickle cell. We'll say no more to this disorder. We are conquerors. We are victors. We are warriors in this life. I actually went to the studio to prepare this song. I was supposed to share it with
So,
you, but
so is
somehow
there a way
I did
to
not.
access it so that we can share with viewers as well? How do we
I am
access
trying
it?
to. How do I do that now? Am I going? Should I go out? I don't know what to
No,
do.
no,
Is
you
it
you
We can see you. We can hear
you
you.
can you
sickle
can
cell
you can
anthem?
yeah.
I can do what?
If there's a
How
way
do
you
I
can
send it?
post it on WhatsApp, I'll quickly just type it here for people to see.
Okay. So I have to minimize you.
It's been a lovely time
Okay.
with you. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me try get it. Let me get it.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you
Pastor
there?
Bridget, if you can see hear
Yes,
me.
we are here. You were here. We can hear
I'm
you.
hearing you.
Just
So I'm trying to get. Yeah, I'm
All
hearing
right,
you. I'm
great,
getting the
great. So
song.
you are a faith
You said
person.
what?
You
Go
are a faith
ahead. Go ahead with your
person.
question.
Yeah, you are a faith
Yes.
person. You are a pastor. You are a music minister. So my question would be: we have this idea of miracle in the sense
Yeah.
that if I have faith in God, if I have faith in Christ, then my genotype
Yeah.
should have changed from SS to A. That's when I know that I really have faith. So I want to know, as at the last time you did your genotype, what was your genotype saying? And then can you speak around this idea of if I don't have a genotype change, then God is not miraculous in my life. I don't know if you get that perspective. Hello, man.
she's still with us, but she's trying to get us the
Okay,
link to
but
her
I hope
music.
she got the question. All right, all right.
So for now, my take home from here has been, right from childhood, she has always had a great
Mm,
support system. I mean, you can
yeah.
imagine. I'm sure there are still some families that would say, after all, you are able to carry the pregnancy. I better go and give birth. But this one, her
There.
first pregnancy, her parents, they they hijacked her from her husband's home and ensured that she
Mm,
and baby were safe by allowing making the doctor
exactly.
perform a CS on her.
It's
So
yeah.
it's really
Great.
been
Great.
an interesting time. So
Mm,
not many people have this support system, and I think it helps a lot
mm,
to have such a great support system from family and friends and all that. and also accepting that this is what I was born with, this is what I'm going to live
Yeah,
with. So
absolutely.
what I need to do
Absolutely.
is learn how to manage it, and be positive. As in, you can see how beautiful she is, and she's really
Yeah,
positive
and you
with everything.
very
I want
and
to
you can
share
see
Yes.
too.
that story. You can see that in all of our stories. Going to NYC, having those four surgeries, you can see that acceptance all over. So it's very important, it's very key, as you say, that you have to accept this, that you are born with sickle cell, but having sickle cell does not have you. Like, how do we say it? I have sickle cell, but sickle cell
Yeah.
does not have me.
Yes,
Have you?
So
exactly, exactly. I've sent it to, wait 1 minute, I'm sending it to you now.
Okay.
I
okay.
sent it to Lola. I don't know if she can forward it to you. Because
Oh,
is she
okay.
online? I'm not yet. Yeah, because as if I'm not really, I'm trying to look at where I kept your number. But
Okay. I've just, so you can see my number is
if she
up there.
can. Yes, I'm looking at your number. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So
I'm
I'll
seeing
quickly
your
put it out
number.
here. Yeah.
Have you seen? Okay. Have you seen the song?
Not yet. I'm sure it will come in. So Yomi, you were asking her something. I'm sure
Well,
it will come
yeah.
in.
So why you send that? Asri, did you get my question?
Okay, yes, I've received it. Oh, okay. So
Oh, great.
I thought maybe the song was somewhere, like maybe in one of these podcast platforms, like what's it called?
That people can download.
Yes, they can go and listen or something. But she shared the
Oh,
file, the raw file with me.
the raw
So I don't
file.
think I
Oh,
can, yes, I don't think I can share that here, but we'll find a way to,
Okay.
have it, make it available
Let me.
to people who are interested.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the song. I thought you were just going to play it or something. So, but
Oh, okay.
that's the song.
Let me see.
Yeah. Mhm.
so did you get my question the last time, huh?
Yes, you said about the genotype changing and all that, right?
Yes, yes.
That if it that I'm that
Does,
yes.
so if I don't have genotype
When,
change, does it mean I don't have faith in God? Does it mean that God is not doing miracles in
no,
my
I don't.
life?
The point here is, even me, when I go check my genotype, is SS. But has
Yeah.
God been faithful in my life? He has.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Has He kept me? He has.
Okay.
Do you understand? If I check it even tomorrow, because I told God, I said, "God, change this thing now." God now told me, he said, "Am I not taking care of you?"
Hmm.
That's the question they
Hmm.
asked me, and I
Fantastic.
just shut up.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Am I not taking care? That was the question they asked me, and I just shut up. So since then, so do I get in myself into situations where I could go into crisis? Yes, but do I try to prevent it at all costs? Yes, I do. So the issue here is it's about you. Another thing I don't do, which I know is very bad for ourselves, is taking sodas. I hardly take a
Hmm.
soda. I don't take
Hmm.
sodas. Yes, the only time I take a soda is I feel that maybe my sugar level is a bit low. So maybe I just take half a quarter bottle of Pepsi or something. But for me to take soda, no, I don't take soda. So you have to check, because you know what, sodas dehydrate. So why would you take soda? You don't need anything that will dehydrate you. You need things that will replenish yourself and flush. So see, alpha, omega, beginning, end for me is water.
Hmm.
Water.
Brilliant.
When I see people lying down and crushed up in the hospital bed and waiting for the crisis to go, I just get angry, because to me, sit up. I know it's painful now. So as you're going through that pain, and be drinking water, because you have a projection. That's another 3 to 4 to 5 hours. This pain must go. It must go, and it goes. It goes.
Hmm.
I tell myself, I said, if I knew this before, if my parents knew about this, I don't even think the complications I would have had them. I don't think so. Are you getting me? But then
Yeah.
it took me this long to understand water. Like today, do I cook? Yes. Do I go out there? Do I go to market? Yes. But let me give you a simple scenario. Yesterday, I had an emergency. My daughter was around and she wasn't feeling too well. So I had to go to the market in the morning. I came back. I had to cook 3 pots of food: stew, egusi soup, vegetable soup. At a stretch, I cooked everything. Then when I was done, when I finished, I turned to my husband and I said, babe, I don't check out that kitchen. I don't enter there again. I went inside, took a bath. As in, I will not answer anybody again. But can I go through domestic? Yes, I do. But the minute I know I have stretched, I don't wait to break down. I will sometimes just tell me, say, I want plenty water. Are you getting me? I don't wait to break down. The problem here is, we know the symptoms. Not like it comes, we know.
Very true, very true.
So the issue, yes, so before it gets to that point, fight it. Do everything you can to push it. Take a tranquilizer, take something that will calm you down, then drink water. Keep drinking. You go to the be peace, you go peace, fine. But drink water. I don't know how else to explain it to people that please take water. Just keep drinking, it's very important. Before I started this program now, I knew I was going to come and talk. Are you getting me? So I give my cup now. I have done like 4 cups, today or more, if not more, I've drank and I have this one with me here. Water is important. I don't know how else to explain it because I know they take drug, I know they take folic, I know they take diaphragm, I know they take anything, It's water I take, Are you getting me? And one thing I trained myself never to do is to take excessive painkillers because I believe those are the things that begin to affect the liver, the body, those drugs. If you overdrug yourself, they begin to affect your organs. Even when I was in the US, I remember when I was in the US, when I was doing the surgery, and I said, I'm in pain. You know what people do? Those people, wow, they attach my body to morphine. All I need to do, I just press the valve. Once I press it, it will discharge morphine in my body to calm the pain. So now, after I now said, I don't like this thing. And I said, as you come back, I said, no, I don't want this kind of thing, I beg. Because I know the side effects of some of these things. I told them, I said, give me a tablet. So I got a tablet called Percocet. So I was taking Percocet every 4 hours. Because, some of these things make you hallucinate. And I found out I was hallucinating. I said, so that was another thing. During my childhood, I didn't take all these strong painkillers. It was more of Novocaine, our time. Novocaine, then paracetamol. Yes, so I was giving us. Not now, they will call all kinds of names. I don't know, but I just believe that these things, they affect the organs.
Yes, they do. They do. You're not far from the truth. They do. They do. So, wow, our time is fast spent. So, let me see if I can play that music now for people to...
You don't need your organs affected, please. You're fragile enough.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. So, let me see if I can play that music. And yes, our time is fast spent. We have like one just and maybe another minute. Yeah, we'll just round off.
Okay. So
wow, it's been a great time.
Yeah, so I'm a real estate consultant. Hey, make I talk my work first. I sell real estate, and I tell people, see,
as ambassador, dedicating this song to all warriors, those fighting sickle cell and World Health Organization.
Okay.
We are warriors unto the defeat. We are conquering this life. It's all the work of this voice. We are sustaining this life. In the valley, surely passing through. Facing pain, but holding on. We are conquerors. We are people. Warriors in this life. Say no more to sickle cell. Say no more to this disorder. Be a conquest, be a victory. Warriors in the south. We say no more to sickle cell. Say no more to this disorder. Be a conquest, be a victory. Warriors in the sky. Listen, no more to sickle cell. No.
All right. I just want to say something.
Wow, this is
I
lovely.
don't want to cut off without saying
Awesome.
this.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
I know. Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
with
hear
you.
You
you.
can share
Go ahead.
you can share the song to people later. Yeah.
Okay.
See, if you follow all I've said about water, about diet, about staying away from caffeine, staying away from sodas, and handling your crisis before it starts, I bet you won't fall into crisis. You are stressed, don't allow stress to overwhelm you. Take water. Take water. I repeat, take water. I'm on site. I go to site. I'm a real estate consultant. I go to site. I'm always with water. Someone says, you go to site, I go to site. I am in the hot sun. I take water. Are you getting me? So I'm talking to everyone that is hearing me. Please don't joke with water. Don't joke with water. I'm on your land, though. And if you want to learn real estate, I will teach you. Call me. Talk to Maureen. Talk to
Yeah.
Yes, I'll teach you what to do.
Yeah.
Call me. I'll tell you show you what to do. Are you getting me? And you make good money. Real estate money is not more money. One land, if they make, I'm telling you, good money. Am I not looking good?
Very good. You're looking too good.
At least at
Very good.
50, do you understand me?
As in,
Yes, you need money to, so you need money to take care of yourself. You need money to be healthy. You need money to buy fruits. You need money to buy vegetables. You need money to be happy. Because if you are depressed, you will break down. No? So what am I saying? Tell anyone that needs to reach me to reach me. I'm available. It's a cause we're all fighting. That's why I say I'm an advocate. It's a cause we're all fighting. Feel free to reach me.
yeah.
For your businesses
Yeah.
and all. I can, people that want to buy. I am here. I'll show you good dance to buy with returns on investment. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thank you
So
very
that's
much,
it. So that's
Ma.
what I
We've
wanted
had,
to say.
yes, we've had a really great time today. I mean, it's been so amazing speaking with you, and I mean, you're an amazing speaker. I'm sure you can teach so many things, not just real estate. You can even teach people to speak publicly like you and so eloquently like you do.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I do. I do a lot. I do a lot of speaking, singing, dancing, everything. I do everything. I dance. So I'm an artist, big time. So
yeah, I can
you can invite me to
imagine.
your churches. I share. Yes, I sing and I share my testimony in churches because there are so many people out there with sickle cell and they're not believing it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Though. Forget that thing. It's not the end of the world.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much
that is
for.
it.
Yes, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Thank you for, encouraging us. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And thank you for, opening your arms to all of us, to all warriors out there to come and learn under you, whatever they are interested in. So it's been a great time.
Yes.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you very much.
All right. It's my pleasure.
So to viewers out
my
there,
pleasure. So show them my Facebook page, Bridget Augustus, my Facebook page, my Instagram handle, Bridget Augustus as well. Then Bridget Augustus _realtor. So those are my Facebook handles. So you can reach me. We can be Facebook friends. Are you getting me? It's a small world.
Yes.
Let's go together and let's just be there for each other. That's it.
Yes,
not just sickness. We're like ahead of us. All right.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So viewers out there, see you again on the second Saturday of next month. And for repeat broadcasts, you can watch on Sammy Updates TV on YouTube or Facebook at Sammy Update. And make sure you share with your friends and family as well. It's been an interesting time. Thank you very much. Do have a lovely week ahead.